Hello guys, how's it going? Duty here. So I am back with another video. This video is going to be a difficult one to do, I won't lie. It's probably going to be quite difficult to make funny, so I'm not really going to try. It's going to be more of a rant video, I'd say. So recently, if you follow me on Twitter, @DutyRhino, you would have seen I had a viral tweet. Oh my god, brilliant, a tweet that's gone viral, that's fucking class. Not this one. If I could have had any tweet not go viral, to be honest, I'd want it to be this one that doesn't, because the fact that it has is so sad. And to be honest, the bigger it got, part of me was like, you've clearly unearthed a taboo subject that everyone knows about, but no one really wants to address. But at the same time, the bigger it got, the fact that it was about paedophilia in schools was just like, fuck me, this is so widespread and so commonplace that it's just depressing for the soul. It really is. So why did I tweet that tweet? Basically, what I've realised throughout my life is when I was at school, there was a paedophile teacher and he was protected by the staff. This is just a fact. And then I left said school, went to college, met new people, and they apparently had paedophiles at their schools. And then you go to uni and you meet more people and they apparently had paedophiles at their schools. And then you go into the workplace and you talk to people of all different ages, you know, because obviously the workplace has a broad range of ages and from all different eras. They had paedophiles in their schools. So I just thought, you know what, let's put out a tweet. Retweet this if you definitely had a paedophile teacher in your school. And good fucking God, did it get traction. And when I knew, holy fuck, we've got something here, was when all of a sudden, it went from UK based like, oh, Mr. Fucking Richardson used to nonce on all the year 7s. Here's an article of Mr. Richardson getting arrested, to quote retweets of, oh, blah, blah, in 5th grade, and all these different terminologies for school from different countries, and obviously then different languages. All these different languages, all these different cultures, but one key similarity: paedophile teachers. Now obviously I accept and completely understand some of those retweets would have been false, or just like, oh, that's funny, that's relatable, we had a bit of a weird teacher, he was a bit creepy, she was a bit creepy, retweet. But the amount of articles and evidence given by people quote retweeting and commenting on that tweet was fucking horrific. Now, as I said, I experienced this myself at my high school that I went to. The man in question, who I believe may be dead now, was called Mr. Johnson. He was a PE teacher. The very first day of year 8, you get told, watch out for him, he's a paedophile. And you're just like, what the fuck? Then it becomes very fucking apparent very fucking quickly, this guy is not right. He should not be around fucking changing rooms. He should be around children in general. In gymnastics, he'd help you with your handstands, and as you flick up, he'd hold your ankles. Hiding in fucking plain sight, not giving a fuck. He would even make a joke about looking down your shorts. I hate to admit this, there was actually an incident involving myself, which I knew at the time was wrong, but looking back now just fills me with fucking rage, in all honesty. And it was to do with rugby. It wasn't in school time, it was rugby training after school, and I had just joined, and so we were going through scrums and things. I was playing second row. For those of you who know rugby, you know what second row is, but basically all I can say is I got into position, which is a bit like this, like bent over, you're about to push forward through the scrum, and he decided to come over and demonstrate, and he pushed his groin up against me from behind. I got bantered like fuck, as you can imagine in a rugby team, by all of my teammates and things, but what he did there was absolutely categorically fucking wrong. Any normal person would not dream of doing anything remotely close to what that man did that day to a child of 13 years old. One of the worst things about Mr. Johnson at my school was the fact that everyone knew. Everyone fucking knew, and it went on for years. It went on for absolute years, and the teachers fucking knew. And any time you said, oh, Mr. Johnson's a paedophile, the teachers would just either laugh it off or tell you off. And it was so fucking obvious that it's just, looking back, it's absolutely disgraceful. And this is what I think it is. Schools are aware that they have staff within their roster that may be a bit questionable. And at the end of the day, let's face it, fucking logic 101, if you're a paedophile and you like kids, where are all the kids at? Oh, they're at schools. I think potentially a big reason why this is happening on such a grand scale and why they're allowed to get away with it and why no one's really talking about it, why it's laughed off or why you are punished for trying to speak up about these things, which by the way, if you're in school and there is a questionable teacher doing questionable things, speak up as loud as you fucking can, please, I implore you. This is what I think is going on here, right? I think these people are being protected because I feel like the reputation of the school itself has precedent over the safety of the children. Now, doesn't that sound sad? Doesn't that sound ridiculous? Doesn't that sound ludicrous? No, of course the children are paramount. Well, why is this such a fucking widespread issue? Why is my tweet going viral? Why is basically any person I've ever spoken to that has ever gone to fucking school had a, air quotes, paedophile teacher in their school? Why is it so fucking common? So it's my belief that basically these people are being fucking protected because the reputation of the school takes precedent over the students. The reputation of the school and how well the school does is more important. Results are more important. The public perception of the school is more important than the safety of the children. Because obviously if there's a paedophile in the school, all the local news will be on that like a rash. The parents will probably be a little bit upset, but you know what? I'd sooner have parents upset because we've just booted out a paedophile than their children being in the presence of someone that they really fucking shouldn't be. And this is the thing, you know, at the end of the day, children and young people are supposed to be protected by adults. That is the fucking fundamental role of an adult and a fundamental role of teachers and the school system. That is their role, to not only educate but to protect those that are in their school. And the fact that this is such a widespread fucking issue, clearly it is being failed. Clearly something is very fucking wrong. Not just on a UK scale, on a fucking global scale. And yes, I am ranting, and yes, I'm very passionate about this because it is fundamentally fucking absurd. They should be fucking ripped out of every school that they are in like a fucking cancer with no remorse and no fucking mercy. This whole subject just really upsets me, and it does just get to me that this is even a fucking conversation, because it shouldn't be, because the safety of those students should be paramount over how well a school is perceived in the public eye. Like I said, Mr. Johnson was so obvious. It was so clear. Every fucking member of staff knew. They fucking knew, but they said nothing. None of them spoke up. None of them got him fired. None of them reported him to higher authorities. Why? Well, it would make the fucking school look bad, wouldn't it? And maybe a lot of them are just fucking cowards, who knows? If you have genuine concerns about a member of staff at your school, report it, and if the school don't do anything, just fucking go above them. I know without a doubt there'll be some teachers out there that are just a bit creepy, but there are definitely so many out there that have malicious intent, and you can fucking spot it an absolute mile off. So if that's the case, like I said, I implore you to report it. Don't stay silent, you know, and don't let it go on for years and years and years, because these people are monsters, these people are animals, and they need to be evicted from the school system as soon as fucking humanly possible. I do just want to say, I'm not like becoming a paedophile hunter or anything like that. I don't want to be mistaken for a paedophile hunter. Because I understand, like, they're trying to catch pedos and stuff and keep your kids safe. But let's face it, if you really break down what they're doing is questionable at best. A, they're most definitely doing it for views. B, they pretend to be children and engage in sexual conversations with the paedophiles, which I could not go there. So the fact that they can is a little bit, they actively harm police investigations into paedophiles. So let's be honest, yeah, if the highest priority in your life was to get these paedophiles away from children and not to promote yourself and not to get money from it and not to get views from it, then you would take all of your information and all your little private investigations and you'd hand it over to the police. You wouldn't go and cause entrapment of the paedophile and film them and exploit them for views and then have the case thrown out because actually they weren't talking to a fucking little girl, they were talking to some weird 37-year-old paedophile hunter in his mum's basement. So I do question these paedophile hunters who are about as articulate as a learn the alphabet book for a 2-year-old, and strangely resemble that kid from college who took public services and had about 8 ASBOs. So I just want to state, I am distancing myself from paedophile hunters. I'm just using my platform to start a conversation. That's it, guys. That's all we got for today. It'll be a little bit more light-hearted and funny next time, I promise. But thank you so much, guys. And comment down below your thoughts on this horrendous topic. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Sweet one, geese.